Hello and welcome. You're watching WION The World is One. My name is Mohammed Saleh, and let's start this broadcast by taking a quick look at what is making headlines at this hour. Another body has been recovered in Uttarakhand's Dharali village a day after the cloudburst triggered devastating flash floods in the area. At least about 50 people still are said to be missing. The Indian Prime Minister takes stock of the ground situation in Uttarakhand, meets with the Uttarakhand members of Parliament as the disaster response teams battle against time to save people who are trapped underneath the rubble. Now, at least about 2 people have been killed and a dozen others injured as a Russian attack sets ablaze a holiday camp in Ukraine's Zaporizhia region, which has been targeted in increasingly frequent and deadly attacks. The US envoy Steve Witkoff arrives in Moscow to meet with the Russian leaders as Trump has given Russia the 8th of August deadline to agree to a ceasefire, warning of severe penalties if Moscow fails to comply. And India's National Security Advisor Ajit Doval arrives in Moscow as the US President Donald Trump threatens India with tariffs over the Russian oil purchases. Earlier, the American president had said that he was considering to substantially hike tariffs on Indian imports over New Delhi's purchase of Russian oil. The Gaza Civil Defense Agency says that at least about 20 people have died after an aid truck overturns near the Nusayrat refugee camp as Hamas has accused the state of Israel of forcing the truck drivers to take unsafe routes to reach the aid distribution centers. At least about 6 people have died after the monsoon floods hit a rebel-held Myanmar town on the country's mountainous border with China. And a woman dies and 9 others are injured as a wildfire in southern France burns at least 11,000 hectares. The blaze has damaged about 25 homes in the Aude region, where 1,500 firefighters were battling to extinguish the fire. New Zealand's jobless rate has risen to 5.2% last quarter, the highest in over 5 years, as the economy slows down with employment slipping and underutilization rising. Analysts now expect a rate cut from the central bank later this month. Now, the American President Donald Trump signs an executive order to establish a White House task force for the 2028 Summer Olympic Games in Los Angeles. Trump will serve as the chair of the task force with J.D. Vance as the vice chair. For all the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.